कयामत फिर तुझ पे भी कैसी कयामत होगी। जुल्फ लहराती वो जब आएंगे फिर कयामत पे भी खुद एक कयामत होगी।
Today is the day when the jubilant rise. We're ready for the Eid and we're gonna dress nice. Get a brand new suit, wear your favorite scarf, and tell your work I'm taking home. Ek do teen char, jump in the car. Better get to stepping cause the prayer's gonna start. And I gave my charity, generous gotta be. I'm rolling up the prayers with the happiness inside of me. Hugs to the ikhwa, after the khutbahs. Time for some real good food at the in-laws. Now for the gifts, you gon' be surprised. Cause yo, I got you something nice.
Eid Mubarak, Eid Mubarak, oh, Eid Mubarak. Eid Mubarak, oh, everybody, 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 oh, Eid Mubarak, Eid Mubarak, Eid Mubarak, oh, Eid Mubarak.
Now mi casa is su casa. I booked my puwasa. Gonna celebrate now with the whole wide world from Cuba to Sumatra. I used to have a whole lot of beef with a brother, but now it's Eid, we're forgiving each other. I'm gonna try to be the better person this time, and I pray everything's gonna work just fine. That's sweet like kunafa and jalebi. We collab jamming with some Ali. Gotta share with everybody all the joy of Eid, so everybody sing with me.
Eid Mubarak, Eid Mubarak, oh, Eid Mubarak, Eid Mubarak, oh, everybody, 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 oh, Eid Mubarak, Eid Mubarak, Eid Mubarak, oh, Eid Mubarak. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, walillahil hamd. Oh, these are the days of Eid. Make takbir wherever you are. These are the days of Eid. Allahu Akbar. These are the days of Eid. Sing together, everyone. La ilaha illallah, walillahil hamd. Eid Mubarak, Eid Mubarak, oh, Eid Mubarak, Eid Mubarak, oh, everybody, everybody, Eid Mubarak, oh, Eid Mubarak, Eid Mubarak, Eid Mubarak, oh, Eid Mubarak, Eid Mubarak, Eid Mubarak, oh, Eid Mubarak, Eid Mubarak, oh.
Assalamu alaikum everyone.
وبالإسلام دينا وبمحمد صلى الله عليه وسلم مدينة هنانا. I pray you take me to Medina, oh Allah. Oh ya Rasul enta Maulana hunana. I pray you take me to Medina. My heart is in Medina. My only role model is the Prophet. Peace and blessings upon the Prophet. Better recognize his name is Muhammad. Recognize that his name Muhammad. I would be lost if I didn't.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Be lost and so misguided.
You are tuned into Ramadan FM 2018 live. We are joining you on Facebook, on YouTube Live, on Mixler, and on TuneIn. This, unfortunately, is going to be the last show. This is the farewell show, and in the house with me, I have got.
I pray you take me to Medina, oh Allah. Oh ya Rasul enta Maulana hunana. I pray you take me to Medina. My heart is in Medina.
Joining me in the house, I have got Sister Ikra.
7th century he
I have also got with her Sister Hafsa.
He was accepted. The Ansars
And I've got my Cody, Mr. Muzammil Rafiq.
connect to. Love you like Bilal did, radiyallahu anhu. The connection so strong, I know I haven't met you. I'ma pray, I'ma see you in my dream one day. One day.
Just come down Ilford Lane to get here. Boy, it is jam-packed out there, man.
You're in my soul.
People are surely getting out there, getting their last minute Eid, doing their last minute Eid shopping,
And I'm praying I can carry on your legacy. Waiting for the day I'm in the
frying their last minute Eid pakores.
oh, nah, nah.
No, Ramadan pakore.
I pray you take me to Medina, oh Allah.
It's truly buzzing out there, subhanallah.
Rasul and Tamu.
You can see Ramadan ends with a although it's sad to see Ramadan end, but you know what? There's nothing better to end Ramadan than with Eid itself, where you just celebrate the entire month. And you know what? We're going to be talking about that more later on the show.
You take me to Medina, my heart is in Medina.
Auzu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Yes, guys, we are finally here. The final show, the final farewell show of Ramadan FM 2018. And look, straight away, we've got a caller. Let's see who we've got on the line, guys. Put your headphones on. Assalamu alaikum, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Faram Shazad. Assalamu alaikum, Ismail Sisi and the whole team.
MashaAllah.
I thought I would just ring up and congratulate you and the whole team and say farewell and Eid Mubarak to all the listeners and everybody else who can hear my voice. Big congratulations to you and the whole team. I think we've really enjoyed all the shows, and the variety in the shows that you've put up this year has been absolutely amazing. So once again, Eid Mubarak to you and all the listeners, and a job really well done, alhamdulillah. We've really enjoyed the debate nights, the drive times, and the variety in the content's been absolutely amazing, and the talent show with the kids has been absolutely fantastic as well. So I just wanted to say thank you very much, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you and the whole team for all your efforts and all the efforts that you've put in.
Thank you very much. You know what, Khudam? What a first call, bro.
That's what you call it.
You know what? That is what you call a first call. For those people that don't know, we just want to let them know that Ramadan FM 2018 is a project of Minhaj Quran International London. And the first person that's calling is the president of Minhaj Quran International London. So it's a very high-powered call. And you know what? What a privilege to have you on the line, Khudam. And
it's an absolute honor. It's an absolute honor. You guys are the ones who are doing the work, and alhamdulillah, you are great assets of the Muslim community and Minhaj Quran as well.
And you know what? It's a great honor to be part of your team and work under your supervision. But Khudam, you've seen this Ramadan FM has been very different to previous radio shows, hasn't it? Because the amount of people that have been jumping on this platform and benefiting from it has been, right now I've got a sister in the line. She just walked in and we said, you know what, take the hot seat. And that's what we do here at Ramadan FM, that we've made it very inclusive, open air. What are your thoughts on that, Khudam?
Well, I think that's absolutely the right way to go. Alhamdulillah, first of all, we're part of the Muslim community, and then secondly, part of anything else. And I think the way you've given everybody a chance and given everybody a voice and everybody a platform, whichever creed they belong to, has been amazing. I think that's the way to go ahead. You need to try and unite the Ummah, first of all. We've got bigger fish to fry, like they say. So alhamdulillah, I think it's been really, and also I think from a listener's perspective, it's been really interesting to hear different points of view. And also the thing I think I really personally enjoyed was, apart from just the direct Islamic context, about how you've made it interesting for the community, whether it be in terms of the counsellor who's been talking about drug related issues for young people, and the sports programs. It's been like they say, variety is the spice of life, and that's what I would say. All the shows have been a complete variety as well. So that's why the spices have been immense. And as you know, we Asian people love our spices.
We love our spices. We certainly do, bro. Khudam, you know what? Don't get me started on the spices, bro, because we're going to be here all night. And you know what? Mouth's watering.
The rosa hasn't opened yet, so take it nice and easy.
Exactly.
Nice and easy.
Exactly. Khudam, you know what? What a legend. What a legend Khudam Shazad is, bro. Thank you very much for calling in and making this happen and allowing this to happen. And inshallah, we will catch up with you soon. Guys, that was Khudam Shazad. I want to start off with you guys. Sister Ikra, first of all, you guys have been running the Cafe Nisa show. You've had some amazing guests. You've been doing some amazing things. Tell us, how have you found the experience?
I think overall it was a great experience, and as well as having this a wonderful opportunity, because I feel like it's opened up so many doors, and it's just being able to share our opinions and our voices and our thoughts and being able to have discussions live on the radio, I feel that like that's been so privileged, and like I feel like it's drawn in other friends and family members which are not, you know, Ramadan, they don't really know what to watch or what to tune into. Ramadan at this radio show has been something there for them to, as a source of entertainment, and it's also been a way of educating others, but also at the same time learning as well, because I know radio is just easy, you just got it on and you can just be listening at the same time whilst doing something else.
MashaAllah.
So yeah,
excellent. And you know what, I laughed at you, I smiled when you said your name's Hafsa. You know why? My eldest daughter's name is Hafsa as well. So Hafsa, you've been a listener of Ramadan FM. So this is your first time on radio. Look at that. Your farewell. We're doing the farewell show as you're there. The first time on the radio. But as a listener, what Sister Ikra said, you know, about you've been able to have your discussions, which you would be having otherwise in your coffee shops, discussing issues which mean a lot to you. You'd be having them behind closed doors. You've been able to do them professionally and come on the radio and actually prepare some content behind them, do some research behind them, rather than just, you know, where do you see this going? How far can this go? What, you know, if a platform like this is made available to you locally, you know, how can this benefit us?
Well, obviously, like someone like me, this radio show has really helped me because it's educated me, and obviously because of Ikra, I've tuned in. I've
just
learned
put the
a
mic
lot.
up a little bit closer.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, so because of Sister Ikra, I've learned a lot. If it wasn't for her, then I wouldn't have tuned into this show.
Okay, look at that. So you know, it's you've got your own little social network that has been tuning in, and likewise, I've got my own little social network. I'm sure Muz has got his own social network. So it's these, and imagine all of these. Like, we've had literally over 100 people that have not been guests on the show, that have been hosting on the show.
Yes.
So your hosts have been over 100. So you know what? It's been amazing. Muz, Vice President of Minhaj Al-Quran International.
You love mentioning my titles, isn't
You
it?
are the Vice President, even though I voted against you.
Yes, I remember. I remember clearly. Don't worry.
But yeah, God.
Firstly, I would like to start off by saying, Facebook Live, there's messages coming-ish. People loving your t-shirt out there, bro. People are loving that t-shirt that Ali's hyping. After one successful appeal, you think you're all of a sudden an athlete all of a sudden now, do you?
Alhamdulillah, bro. Muhammad Ali, man.
No, but mashallah, this, you know what? Ramadan FM has come and gone to a different level this year. You know, mashallah, we started this in 2014 and we started off with no Facebook Live, just a typical radio, and that's what we were doing online. All of a sudden, it's just grown every year. Last year, we thought we took it up to a very good level where we had about 80 volunteers that were coming in and out of the radio. Now, like you've just mentioned, 100, and the quality ish, I'm telling you, the feedback that I get daily, that people saying, bro, your shows are just going up level. Every time we tune in, it's like the quality of the presenters. I mean, mashallah, we've been Sister Ikra and her sister, you know what? They did some amazing shows.
Work,
I mean, if you remember Cafe Nisa, over the years, if I'm not mistaken, there used to be about 7 to 10 sisters that used to run that show, and mashallah, 2 sisters have actually taken it on themselves and they ran it, you know, and big up to them, mashallah, amazing effort by them.
A massive big up to Minhaj sisters. But you know what, Sister Ikra, because we're gonna be rotating, I want you to quickly have your final words. What would you like to, apart from giving, before giving your final Eid message, and to the listeners out there, say something about how you. I want you to say something related to the actual shows that you've been doing, because the shows that they've actually had a lot of. You can tell when somebody's prepared. There's a lot of preparation going on. There's a lot of contacting individuals going on. What's that? How has that happened? And how have you found that? How have you found the whole experience of not just coming here and presenting, but all the background work that's gone into it, and you know?
Well, I like sorry, brother said, my first show that I did, I remember, was 3 years ago. And I remember all I did was came in and I read a note, and I was so nervous, and I was practicing before that, and I was just like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And after I'd done that, I felt so proud of myself. But as the years been going along and I've had more opportunities and more chances to come and sit on the radio, I feel like with these lot as well, when just as friends we're sitting there and we're having a discussion, with youngsters, we're not so confident in our deen. We'll be confident in other things, you know, whatever, talking about fashion, anything else. But with our deen, we're a bit, you know, shy. But before I've had my shows, I did a couple of shows. I did Al Minhaj Institute, and then I did Cafe Nisa as well. We had to plan and prep before those shows, make sure we have our content, having hadith and references to back up what we're saying. And I feel like that's also been a sort of a learning journey where I've been able to have time to sit down with my mum, and she's been able to educate me. Like, we've got so many books at home, alhamdulillah, of my dad, but you just never get time to actually open it and read it. And because of this use, I've actually been able to make use of the books, use of the time, have these discussions.
That's inspiring.
Mate, you know what? Listen to Sister Ikra on Facebook Live. Now actually sitting next to Sister Ikra, the confidence that she has. Exactly. You know, I've seen her as she's saying that where she came a couple of years ago as a nasheed, you know, she was reading nasheeds and so on, and now she's, you know, you could see her develop. You know, this is it, Ish. Because you've given the platform. You've given the platform and you've said to them, go ahead and do it. Do the show to the best as you can. And I know you used to emphasize on all the presenters and the hosts that, guys, look, make sure you're prepared. But preparation is everything. And you could see, you know, that Sister Ikra is a prime example of that. When she started off, they might have been a little bit nervous.
And now you understand.
So but now, look, she's holding her own.
Exactly. And now you understand the importance of preparation. Because, I mean, Shaykh al-Islam, I mean, when I was interviewing Sheikh Hamad Mustafa, the grandson of Shaykh al-Islam, and he said he gave a brilliant example. He said that, you know, if I ask Shaykh al-Islam any Islamic issue, he can answer it just like that, but he doesn't. You know what he does? He goes back to his references. He'll pull out 5-6 books. He goes back. He does his research, and that's very important, isn't it? You know, doing the research. Your final words, Sister Hafsa.
I'd just like to say Eid Mubarak to all the listeners out there.
MashaAllah. And you can give personal messages to all of your family, friends that are listening. There's the camera up there. Any special shout outs? Mum, dad, sisters, brothers, cousins, relatives, friends.
Okay, well, I love you all, and that's it.
MashaAllah, Jazakallah khair. Okay, guys, you know what? We're going to go on a very short 15-second break, and after that, we're going to be joined by
the next batch
of sisters that were basically presenting on Ramadan FM, and then inshallah we'll take it from there. Yeah. Okay. Jazakallah. Okay. See you guys soon.
तरसदा मरना जावे इत्थे सोनिया तरसदा मरना जावे وبالإسلام دينا وبمحمد صلى الله عليه وسلم مدينة هنانا I pray you take me to Medina oh Allah oh ya Rasul anta مولانا هنانا you take me to Medina, my heart is in Medina. My only role model is the Prophet. Peace and blessings upon the Prophet. Better recognize his name is Muhammad. Recognize that his name Muhammad. I would be lost if I didn't find him. I would be lost and so misguided. If you're Muslim, everybody sing along. Allah. Was just known as Yathrib. 7th century, he made the hijrah for that message. He arrived, everyone rejoiced, he was accepted. The Ansar celebrated, vowed to protect him. Ya Rasulullah, you're the one our hearts connect to. Love you like Bilal did, radiyallahu anhu. The connection's so strong, and though I haven't met you, I'ma pray, I'ma see you in my dream one day. One day, I'm following your sunnah because that's the one way. If I have you in my heart, I can never complain. No, you're in my soul. It's like you're standing next to me. You're in our hearts and you live amongst us spiritually. And I'm praying I can carry on your legacy. Waiting for the day I'm in that shit never will. In Medina, oh na na. I pray you take me to Medina, oh Allah. Oh ya Rasul anta Maulana.
Usman in the plug, yeah?
Video, yeah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Guys, you are live back on Ramadan FM 2018, and I'm joined in the studio with Sister Zarvesha, Sister Noor, Sister Zarvesha, and obviously my Cody Muz. But you know what? Joining my Cody Muz is his little boy,
Yes,
Mr.
yes,
Tahir
yes.
Rafiq. Assalamu alaikum, Tahir.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, you know what? Tahir, this is your first time on radio?
Second time. Yes,
Second time on radio, Mr. Tahir, second time on radio.
Celebrity in the
Mashallah.
making. Yeah.
Celebrity in the making, and that's what we do here, man. We're making our next celebrities, our next batch of Muslim celebrities that are gonna
say Brexit.
Yeah.
Okay, Rosa
Langdabe, yeah.
Those are like, yeah.
But what's it called? Yeah, that's what we're doing here. We are preparing our next batch of Muslim celebrities, or our next batch of Muslim representatives. Those brothers, those sisters that are going to go out there and represent Islam. Inshallah, that's what this role is. So, Sister Noor, how have you found the radio? Have you ever, before 2018, had you ever done radio before?
No, I haven't. This was my first year. I've heard about it before, so like I watched some of the shows last year, but this is the first time I was actually on it. And I think it's a really good platform for, you know, young people's voices to be heard, because it's really interesting and, you know, it's really fun as well. It's a new thing to try.
Yeah,
Sister Zarvesha.
I agree. I think it's made me. Today we had a show, our final show for Students of Knowledge, and I was telling them. So we were talking about, you know, the whole journey, and I said that compared to the first show that we did and the last show that we did today, I've become so much more confident.
Yeah.
Mashallah.
And you know, in just voicing my opinion, like before coming here right now, I wasn't scared compared to like the first show that we did.
Yeah, we were
so scared.
You should have seen us. We were dying.
Yeah, and obviously one thing is the confidence. So it's built you in confidence. And what about actually, because you guys have come from, you know, from Al Minhaj Institute, so you're actually representing classical Islamic knowledge, etc. So talk to me about how you've been able to give your message, your Quranic message, through the platform of the radio station, and how that has enhanced your understanding of the deen as well, because obviously surely you would have been doing research into what you're about to talk about, you know. Just talk to me a little bit about that.
I think, of course, before we came and talked about a topic, we of course had to do, you know, prepare for it a little bit, write some questions down, and, you know, just discuss answers. So in terms of that, I think it definitely helped us as well, because in order to discuss something, you need to have knowledge about it. You can't just come out of nowhere and just talk about it. So in terms of that, I think it was really useful for us as well. And I think it was really the fact that the radio is just really comfortable. We didn't feel any pressure that, you know, I think telling everyone that we were still students and that we were still learning and that we could still make mistakes, that was a really good thing, because we didn't feel pressurized to, you know, teach them scholarly things. We just said what we knew, and we just, you know, discussed things the way we do.
Mashallah, you know what? You guys are so... How old are you guys?
I'm 16.
You're 16.
Yeah.
And you...
17.
17. 16-year-old, 17-year-old, mashallah.
Sisters, would you argue the radio has given you guys a chance to develop in the sense of confidence, ability, delivery? Do you think that radio has given you that in this month? Because I've seen the sisters definitely from the first show to the end show, like even the one they've just done now, that you could see the confidence is just like, wow, and they're becoming so articulate.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Articulate.
Definitely.
I can't pronounce the words. I feel so like, you know, dumb in front of them.
You're talking about
you know?
calculators. Articulate. That's all you know, innit?
That's what I know.
Accountant and a Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we're not as good as you guys. Like, we're still learning.
Obviously,
We
you're
have to
never
be
going to get on
as-
that level. But
All right, brother Ismail. All right, we'll see about that next year.
Inshallah,
It's on.
inshallah. That's what I want, man. I want people to go. I want people to. I want to follow you guys, man. I don't want. But yeah, go on, carry on.
Yes, I'm still gonna stick to my words. We're not as good as you guys, but as I said earlier, I have definitely become more confident. And you know, it's not only the radio. It's not only that I can sit here and talk about what I believe in. It's also outside as well. Like, I feel that you know, in class, for example, at college, in class, if I had to stand up and do a presentation, I'd be much confident than I was a month ago.
And you know what? I was just about to put a hypothetical scenario in front of you, and you've just basically summed it up. But I'm going to do it anyway. BBC, you're on BBC right now. Yeah, right now. Cameras are on you, and they're saying, you know what? what's it called? We should be banning the hijab. Yeah. How would you tackle that question right now?
Do you want me to answer the
Yeah, I
question?
want you to answer it. And remember,
you're
millions of
putting me
people
on
are
the
seeing
spot.
you.
Bro, it's supposed to be Eid celebrations and you're putting
Eid
us on the spot.
No, I want to
Thank
see.
you.
I want to see your. Okay, no, don't answer the actual question. But I'm saying.
No, I
The
can answer.
preparation.
You can. Okay, look, she said.
I don't mind.
Go on, go ahead.
Go on. Let's set the situation.
All right, go on.
Ask me the question and I'll answer
This is
it.
a debate night. This is one of my debate night topics. Obviously, you've never been on debate night,
Oh,
but you know what? We want you to come onto the debate nights. Inshallah, when we go permanent, when we go full time, we will be requesting you to have your own debate nights. But one of our issues on debate night was the hijab. Ban the hijab. There's a big thing going on. The hijab should be banned, and it's being discussed in mainstream media.
Yep.
Go on. How would
Alright, I
how would
think-
you defend your
well,
right to wear the hijab?
To begin with, I don't even think that we need to consider Islam. You know, that's the question that's really far away. Ultimately, the first question is, you know, the right that the country, that the British, you know, the values and the United Kingdom, the right that they give us, which is free will, and based on that, I don't think that, you know, you have the right to, or anyone else has the right to ban the hijab, because where's free will gone then?
Look at that. So it wasn't gone. You want to put your hand up? Go on.
No, I was doing like
Baba.
Vava, go on.
You see, this is our thing. Like, whenever someone says a point, the other person
always
has
like-
to do like wawa.
Okay, Vava, subhanallah.
Thank
okay.
you.
Acha, so that's really, really good, because look, just the way you handled that, it wasn't like, oh, the Quran says this or whatever. You tackled it. You spoke to the people.
You know what? That's the
of
thing,
Their,
like-
their language, isn't it?
I feel like a lot of the times when we get asked questions, we bring in, you know, Islamic knowledge and we try to explain it through Islam. And a lot of the people who ask the questions, they need to understand it on a basic level, based on what, you know, their ability. And I feel like using the British values and using what Britain has taught us, using that first, and then of course using Islam after.
Because there's no contradiction, is there?
Yeah.
There's no contradiction
Exactly.
between.
So like, even with that question, if I was, you know, we were talking about it in detail, I talk about free will, and then I definitely bring in Islam afterwards to back up my argument.
Yeah.
Sister Zarvesha, tell me, where do you see?
Sister Noor.
Sister Noor, sorry, I keep getting confused with you guys. Okay.
I agree with her.
Sister Zarvesha, Sister
I
Noor.
wouldn't
Okay.
bring in
Alright.
Quranic reference
Alright.
straight away, because first of all, you know, you need to teach someone in their own language, in a language that they understand. So basically, if a random person asks you, you know, say why shouldn't we ban the hijab, and we start, you know, giving hadiths and quotes from the Quran and stuff like that, it's like explaining maths to a toddler, like, you know, A-level maths to a toddler. They're not going to get it. They only understand 1 + 1. They're not going to get 3
Sister
times
Noor,
6.
Sister Noor, we're going to be going full time.
Okay.
What does that mean to you? We're going to be full time, not only on online. All this online system will remain as it is, but you know what? We're also going to be on the FM airwaves. So
Oh wow, mashallah.
people in their cars, in their mini cabs, in a massive area of East London. So our radio waves will be going all the way to Tower Hamlets, all the way to Woolwich, all the way to Waltham Forest, all the way to Barking and Dagenham, all the way to Goodmays, Redbridge, all that area.
Are you just gonna name like all the places that you know?
Huge area. If I was to name it, I'll be here all night. It's a huge area coverage that we'll be getting. Literally, our audience just in Newham, one borough, is 350,000. Yeah, so you can imagine all the other boroughs put together, how big the audience is. Yeah, I will be on. So on your cars, it will come up. The radio station will come up. You know, what does that mean to you?
Well, I think it's a really big achievement from going from 1 month in Ramadan, you know, to going full time. I think it's really good. And you know how you invite people, like even we're here today, we're young people. We don't normally get the chance to, you know, make our voices heard. We don't get a chance to go on radio and say what we think, say how we feel, or, you know, even have bants. It's something that, you know, it's a new opportunity for us. And I think we should really embrace it.
MashaAllah. And look, and the thing is we want to get young people involved, and when we talk about young people, we're not talking about 16-year-olds. We're talking about as young as
it gets.
How old are you, Tahir?
How old are you?
4.
4.
We were talking about as young as 4. Look, Tahir, do you like coming to the radio? Yeah. Say yes, because I can't hear you.
Say yes. He nodded.
He nodded, and that's what we're doing, you know. But joking aside, we have had 4-year-olds on here. We've had 4-year-olds on here doing narts, doing the sheets, doing you know, young kids developing themselves, you know. And so this is an amazing opportunity, guys. You know what? We're gonna have to, because I know there's a big crew in that in the room next door, and they're all gonna be saying, you know what, we want to go on next. So we're gonna basically do another a rotation. And thank you very much, guys, for having for basically giving up time to come here and deliver your talks and your lectures and your taqreers, you know. So it's been really, really inspirational.
You're making it sound so boring.
Yes.
It wasn't boring. It was guys, it was not boring.
I think it was
and
really
I can't make it sound boring because you guys are here right now and everybody's listening, so it wasn't boring at all.
Ish, don't forget the Eid messages from the two sisters as well.
Eid messages.
Final Eid messages from them.
Yes, your final Eid messages.
so-
Go on.
Advance Eid Mubarak to everyone, and whoever listened to our show, thank you for listening, and whoever did not, I hope you see them, and just remember to enjoy yourselves. You know, Eid comes twice a year, and just, you know, eat a lot of food, because we didn't eat.
Inshallah, I'll be doing
Eid
that,
is
inshallah.
definitely tomorrow because
I hope.
is this an inside joke that we don't know about?
No, she said enjoy a lot of food. I said inshallah, I'll be doing that. Don't worry. No problem.
Eid Mubarak to everyone.
Stop it, Dara, inshallah.
Especially on the food bit.
Yes.
Okay, Eid Mubarak everyone, and remember us in your duas. Thank you so much for, you know, being with us the whole month, and it was a really good opportunity, and thank you to everyone who's, you know, behind the scenes as well. It's obviously not possible without you guys, and you know what, I thanked you in today's show as well, so you should watch that. But yeah, Eid Mubarak everyone, and remember us in your duas.
MashaAllah, Jazakallah khair. Thank you very, very much, guys. We're going to go on a short break, and after that, we're going to have 2 new people here. Who knows? Maybe even 3 new people. No, maybe even 4 new people. Let's see. We've just seen Halim had his haircut, looking all slicked up. Yes, Halim. Yeah, he's listening to us right now on the radio. So he's just walked in as well. Inshallah, he's been presenting the Drive Time Special as part of the. What was it? What team was it?
The Self-Made Dream Team.
The Self-Made Dream Team.
Self-made.
Self-acclaimed Dream Team.
Self-acclaimed, yes.
So we're going to be having Halim on very shortly as well. Guys, stay tuned. Inshallah, we'll be back very shortly.
وبمحمد صلى الله عليه وسلم سلم نبيا ورسولا في حماك ربي غاية رضاك والقلب في يقين يحيا على هداك ذو الجلال في علاه ما لنا سواه هو واهب الحياة فلنبتغي رضاه القادر الحليم الغافر الرحيم إن قال كن يكن سبحانه العظيم رضيت بالله ربا وبالإسلام دينا رضيت بالله ربا وبالإسلام دينا وبمحمد صلى الله عليه وسلم سلم نبيا ورسولا حياة ديننا عطاء والكون من ضياه يستلهم الصفاء ربنا ارتضاه لنا كامل تمام قد جاء بالسلام والخير للأنام وأنا به رضيت وبنوره هديت سأظل ما حييت أقول في دعائي رضيت بالله ربا وبالإسلام دينا رضيت بالله وبمحمد صلى الله عليه وسلم سلم نبيا ورسولا صلوا على النبي 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 رضيت بالله ربا وبالإسلام دينا رضيت بالله ربا وبالإسلام دينا وبمحمد صلى الله عليه وسلم سلم نبيا ورسولا رضيت بالله ربا وبالإسلام دينا رضيت بالله ربا وبالإسلام دينا وبمحمد صلى الله عليه وسلم سلم نبيا ورسولا
Assalamu alaikum everyone, this is your brother Maher Zain. For my latest news and updates, join me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter. Salam.
رضيت بالله ربا وبالإسلام دينا وبمحمد صلى الله عليه وسلم.
Through Minhaj Welfare Foundation, your giving saves lives. Your support has provided more than 3 million people with access to clean.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to the final show of Ramadan FM 2018. Surely is a sad time, but yes, Eid is upon us. And as you guys can see on Facebook Live now, I am joined with two of one of the hosts of Minhaj Institute. We've got Sister Aska.
Yeah,
right?
You got it right.
And we've got Sister Aisha.
You can't forget that.
Can't forget Sister Aisha. And we've got Brother Zahir, who is a very strong listener of Ramadan FM 2018. I was sitting with Brother Zahir earlier from Ilford, who was talking about the different shows. I was quite impressed. So he is a valuable listener of Ramadan FM 2018. So first of all, assalamu alaikum, guys.
Wa alaikum assalam.
I don't know if I should say it. How's Ramadan going? Ramadan's finished. Eid preparations started.
Yeah.
So let's start off with Minhaj Institute. So I know I've been watching this. We've had a few sisters who've been going on, and I've been watching it with quite passion. That it's sisters that have come on that are showing that have been given a voice, are given a platform to come on and give their opinions, give their sense of knowledge.
Yeah.
You guys tell me about how you guys come up with these shows. How did this all start?
So we were told that we were going to do the show, right? And initially, if you ask anyone, we were so scared. I was like, no, I'm going to die. If I do this show, I'm going to die because I can't do it because, you don't have that self-confidence. And if you've never done it before, you think that you can't do it. It seems like a big deal.
Yes.
And that's what, but then everyone is so encouraging around here. So brother Ismail and, everyone at Idara, everyone was saying, no, you have to do it. So they kind of forced me into it, if I may say so. But I'm glad now that they forced me, because if they didn't force me, then I wouldn't have done what I've done.
Yes.
So, now when people come up to me and they're like, oh, you were so confident. I was like, me, because I never thought I would get that. Someone would say, you are confident, because I never thought I'm confident. So first of all, it was a great opportunity. Like, I've got to know myself better, and I feel more confident in myself. Other than that, I think obviously, you know, when we think about the show that we were about to do, what we do is that we sit down and we decide what topic to do. And to decide what topic we want to do, we simply just think of what we find difficult. For example, you know, our first show, if you remember, it was on confidence. And
That's right.
We wanted to do it because we were not feeling confident. So we wanted to do the show on confidence. So, you know, it's coming from within all your thoughts, how you're feeling if you're not, if you're lacking confidence. So it was something, all the shows that we've done, it was something that we really wanted to talk about, something that we were passionate about. So that's how we decided on the topic.
So to interject, how did you build up your confidence? Is it because it's your first time on radio?
Yeah, it is my first time on radio, and I think
it was just basically pushing ourselves. We knew that we're not confident enough. We realized that we're not that confident as other people, and obviously we felt bad. But we said if we don't take that step now, then we would never be confident. So we had to just. My dad actually, he had that input in it. He pushed us. He was like, "You have to do it. Just go for it." And then us sisters, we try to encourage each other as well. And
I remember the first day he told me, he was like, "Aisha, you're gonna have to do this radio show. I've already confirmed it." And I'm like, I was very angry. I was very moody the whole day. I'm like, don't talk to me. I was like angry with my dad. I was like, don't talk to me the whole day because you didn't ask me, and now I don't want to do it. He's like, no, you have to do it. And he was trying to, you know, make me do it.
There was, you know, for your show, we were, because that was a slot. I remember me and Ismail, we were brainstorming like what should we have in that segment, and we wanted like young scholars to come and either give a lecture or something. We were just brainstorming. We were thinking, what can we do? And to Alama Zishan's credit, he goes to us that, look, give it to, you know, we've got potential young scholars who are coming. Give them the platform. And we thought, wow. But then we were worried. We thought, oh no, are they going to be prepared? What's going to happen? Are these sisters just going to sit there and, you know, just giggle in it? Yeah. But you know what? Alhamdulillah, you guys, you know, very
No, we giggle as well. If you watch the show,
there was a bit of giggling. There was a bit of giggling.
Yeah, it was laid back. It was a very, it's like relatable. Anybody can watch it. It's nothing to do with just young people. I think there's enough knowledge in it. I mean, I'm kind of going on about my show, but there's enough knowledge in it for older people to relate as well. And there's something there for everyone. So it's nothing to do with the age. You could be any age and be watching and you'll enjoy it, hopefully. That was the aim.
No, definitely.
I was going to share trade secrets, an exclusive. Nobody else knows that. I think my mum and dad might know. But alhamdulillah, I'm joining your team, inshallah, when you go full time. Yeah.
Inshallah.
That's why although I'm a listener, but that was a trade secret, so I thought I'll come down and meet you guys. And alhamdulillah, myself, I'm not going to mention which radio station, but I've just finished doing the Ramadan program, so I've got Eid program tomorrow. But as a radio presenter, I started in late 2014 as a you know, contributor to a show, and then from 2015 I did live radio for almost 2.5 years.
Experience.
So when I first did it, to this day I've never worked in a radio station, and so I learned it all myself. So what would always advise you guys is a good tip, and all the listeners as well, and fellow people, give it a go, because I've never done radio, and I've been doing it for nearly 3.5, 4 years. And you develop your skill, because there's no right or wrong way of doing radio. So true. Just be yourself. Just be your normal self. The best advice I give to everyone is whatever the way you are outside, within reason, then you portray that on the radio. Because if you're natural, then it comes through to the listeners as well. So that's why I thought I'd come down.
Wow, so he's giving. I was going to ask Zahid, how did you find Ramadan FM 2018? He's giving tips. He's giving tips for the full time.
Myself, like, I'll give you an example, because I've known Ismail for a long time and got a long way, and everyone's probably watching, they probably know who I am. So I'm not going to bore everyone who I am, but in terms of Ramadan, it's been very, very challenging for myself. Not only have I been trying to squeeze in, listen to your programs to see how you guys are doing and give feedback. All of you done really well. Also, I had to record, do my own show for 30 days as well. Plus going to work as well.
Every day?
My program was daily, and also working full time as well.
We had to do one show a week, and we were like, we're not prepared.
I was watching a show earlier. I think we had one today. It was Sundus, Zaresha and Aisha, little Aisha. They were doing a show, and Sundus actually mentioned a really good point. She was like, I feel like Muslims are like super human beings during Ramadan, because they're doing so much, and yet they don't feel tired. They're so motivated. They want to do it. They're sleep deprived, yet they go to work. They do all of these extra activities. We're like, you know how superheroes are? We're like that in Ramadan.
And you want to do it. You feel excited. Like, even though you're tired, but you want to do all these things. For some reason, you just feel like it's the love, I guess. It's the beauty of Ramadan.
It's like the radio has, for us anyway. I mean, we've been doing it since 2014.
That's right.
It's become something that you look forward to. Ramadan's become. It's one of your tasks in Ramadan to pull off this radio. And I'm telling you, there's been times that. obviously me and Ismail, people see us as great friends, great colleagues, and so on. But there's been times that when we've been thinking, getting the radio off the ground, we look at each other and we're like, oh man, I don't want to see you again, get out of it. And we've been having these banters for over the years, but you know what? Somehow we just pull it off. And this year is literally, we've been relaxed. The presenters have come in, they've taken it as a passion to prepare properly for their shows and deliver the shows on a real good level.
Do you know
so
the best thing I found for this year? I was speaking to Ismail on the way in. Is mashallah how many our sisters, our youngsters are getting involved, because we need to do that, because we're not young. I'm not young.
I'm young.
You might be young. We're not exactly spring chickens anymore, but like I think we need to give you guys an opportunity, because alhamdulillah, we are not going to be here forever. And then if you guys start the platform, and other radio stations I've been involved with, they've given platforms to sisters. So more of our sisters need to get involved. Not only your race, like our mothers, our daughters, aunties, and they need to get involved as well, because if they don't get involved, and plus there's a platform of them getting outside the house, because I work in the civil service and I meet a lot of people from different backgrounds who hardly ever come out of their house. Whereas there's a platform for them to integrate and find out what's happening with the deen as well, because without the deen we're nothing. The deen is our identity.
Absolutely. Guys, we are coming to close because we're trying to, there's so many hosts and presenters and guests that are here that we want to give everyone a chance to come on the show. So Zahid, as a staunch listener of Ramadan FM 2018, to put you on the spot, what was your favourite show, bro?
George Foreman interview.
The George Foreman interview was something special. It was truly special, that one, mashallah.
And also all the other programs were mashallah very good.
Definitely, we've got to say that. We've got to say that. Well. Sister Aisha.
Oh my God.
Without mentioning that my show is really good.
Yeah.
Your show, obviously. I'm not talking about my show. We're Gazara, innit?
Yeah.
What was your favourite show? What apart from your show, what was your favourite bit about Ramadan FM 2018?
Apart from this one, I think I liked the that Muslim Got Talent show, that the kids show. It was every Saturday. I think that was really cool. Like Sunday. No, there was a kids show on Saturday as well.
Bright Stars. Yeah, it was the Bright Stars.
Yeah.
I was actually going to mention that one. The Bright Stars was really, really good. It was hosted by Baji Adila.
That's right.
And yeah, it was really good. We got to listen to so many people. I think one of the kids who won, they were from Manchester. So
and they came all the way from Manchester. It was amazing.
Yeah. So it was a really good show. That was really
all
good.
the shows where they were kids, I like them because I don't know, it's fun with kids.
Kids are inspirational. Yeah, you got my one running around the studio as well. But yeah, absolutely. But guys, just as we wrap up, I'm going to give this opportunity because we've given everyone else your final Eid messages. So, Brother Zahid, your Eid messages out there as well.
Ramadan Mubarak to everyone, and it's come to a last opportunity. So, iftar, make dua for the entire ummah, and also on Eid day, remember those less fortunate, because alhamdulillah we're quite privileged here in the UK. We should remember everyone in our duas as well.
Fantastic.
And wish everyone.
Sister Aisha.
I think the message I would like to give is this is something that I've realized during this month as well, as I see people, especially my dad and anyone who's older than me, I've seen them giving to other people. And what I've realized is that when you're young, like you think that one day I'm gonna have a job, I'm gonna earn money, and that's when I'm gonna start helping people. And that's what I used to think, that I'm one day when I have money, I have good job, then I'm gonna start helping people. But you don't have to wait for that time. You can help with whatever resources you have, with how much you have. So I think anyone, you don't have to be an adult for you to help someone. You can be any age and still help people in many ways. For example, just smiling at someone, just listening to someone. So that's something that I want to do in my life, and I want to do after Ramadan as well, and I want other people to do as well. So that's the message.
Sister Aisha, top that.
For me, I just want to say that a lot of the times we see that during Ramadan we're so organized, we're trying to make sure that we please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in many ways. But as soon as Ramadan ends, actually the Chand Raat, the night before Eid, we're just all there.
Chaos.
We're just like, no, it feels like Ramadan was never there. So, make Ramadan a habit breaker rather than a habit stopper. So don't stop your habits for the time being. Make a habit breaker. Break your habits. Try to set a target for yourself that you're going to maintain throughout your life.
I'm telling you sisters, seriously, you know what? I'm using this platform to sit in front of you today to say you guys are unbelievable. Seriously, mashallah, man. Sisters have really rocked Ramadan FM 2018 this year. It's been unbelievable. Guys, we're going to go on a short break. The studio number, guys, we want you to get your calls in. I'm going to start reading out the Facebook Live messages as well in the next segment. But the studio number is 0333 011 6786. Stay tuned. 86. I didn't even say it properly, did I? 786. So stay tuned to Ramadan FM 2018. We'll be back very, very shortly. Stay tuned. Assalamu alaikum.
उनको मुख्तार बनाया मेरे अल्लाह ने पर खुल्द में बसे वही जा सकता है जिसको हसनैन के बाबा की इजाजत होगी। खुल्द में बसे वही जा सकता है कि खुल्द में बसे वही जा सकता है जिसको हसनैन की अम्मी की इजाजत होगी। एक तेरा नाम वसीला है मेरा, रंजो गम में भी इसी नाम से राहत होगी। और काबिल तवज्जो शेर है, हश्र का दिन भी अजब देखने वाला होगा। हश्र का दिन भी अजब देखने वाला होगा। अरे जुल्फ लहराते वो जब आएंगे फिर कयामत में भी एक और कयामत होगी।
फिर कयामत पे भी खुद एक कयामत होगी
कि हश्र का दिन भी अजब देखने वाला होगा। अरे जुल्फ लहराते वो जब आएंगे फिर कयामत पे भी खुद एक कयामत होगी। जुल्फ लहराते वो जब आएंगे।
कयामत तुझ पे भी कैसी कयामत होगी। हाय ए कयामत तुझ पे भी कैसी कयामत होगी।
जुल्फ लहराते वो जब आएंगे ए कयामत फिर तुझ पे भी कैसी कयामत होगी। जुल्फ लहराते वो जब आएंगे फिर कयामत पे भी खुद एक कयामत होगी। और मेरा दाम तो गुनाहों से भरा है अल्ताफ। मेरा दाम तो गुनाहों से भरा है अल्ताफ। एक सहारा है कि मैं तेरा हूँ, एक सहारा।
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Guys, we're back. This is the farewell show on Ramadan FM 2018. In the house, I've got with me Sister Anisa, Sister Zarvesha,
Yes.
Sister Muzammil.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, final show, man.
Emotional.
How we feeling, bruv?
Emotional, man.
Yeah, sad times.
Is it sad? Is it upsetting?
But
is it... Go on.
I also feel good because I think we've achieved a lot this Ramadan.
Fantastic.
So that's good.
What have we achieved?
I think
confidence.
If you're asking personally, then yeah, becoming more confident and being able to voice what we believe in. And if you're referring to as a whole, as a team, I think in terms of the content that we are delivering, I think it's far more sharper than it was.
And you also mentioned something about teamwork. You see, you in that room off
Yeah.
air, you were saying about
We have a really good team.
Alhamdulillah.
we are a really good team.
Yeah.
We are a really good team, and I think
Aw,
that
that's true.
is that's amazing. That you know what, we've got a really good team, and you know, you guys are not you're not just somebody that's now somebody that's a guest or having the opportunity. Now what you're doing is you're going to be giving this opportunity to new people. That's what you are. You are now the hosts, you are now the owners. This is your project. You know, we want you to own this project. We want you to come up with the ideas. And look, for example, I was asking on one of our shows, the one, I think it was the one that I done on the mosques, the role of the British mosque. And the brother Khurram said something, and he's similar age to me, and he said that his son said to him that, Dad, you guys are, you know, not even on Instagram. Who listens to Facebook? Facebook's for Buddha. Yeah,
Is that what he said?
That's what he said, bro.
I thought we were up in touch.
Nah, bro, we're not in touch,
for using
man.
Facebook.
We're not in touch, bro. We're
Blimey.
put there now, man. That's the thing, man. You know, the kind of stuff that's going on the ground, and that's what you guys are going to be doing. You guys have got your eyes and ears on the ground. You guys are basically catering for a certain generation. And also what we managed to do is, I don't know if you heard the show yesterday, I had Haji Yunus Sab and Haji Hukumdad Qadri Sab on the show. Did you hear that?
No.
Right. I want you to go back and I want you to listen to that show.
Inshallah.
These guys are the forefathers of Minhaj al-Quran. They're the ones that came here back in the, you know, early 80s and set this whole thing up for us. We're coming on, you know what, we've got a multi-million pound complex here, keys given to us and saying, here you go, look after it, you know. And we followed their footsteps and they gave us a platform. Mus, what would you say?
You know what? Totally unbelievable. Seriously, the way they came in the situation that they were in, for them to come here and first of all establish themselves here, then secondly build this base up and say, look, as you said, over the years they could, you know, you go into other organizations where they have the control and they've kept the control and they've passed it down to their generations and generations. Whereas Minhaj al-Quran, you can see, is an actual movement and is pushing towards delivering projects and so on. And that vision is instilled, whether you're old, whether you're young, that vision is instilled in you. And for them to come and say, you know what, whatever projects you want to do, just do it. Just do it. And that, you know, I think you can see with Ismail, who has taken Ramadan FM 2018 to a level that it's been unbelievable. I mean, I cannot praise. There was one or two shows that stuck out. I don't know if you want to name them, Ish, that were considerably poor. I don't know if you want to name the individual. Should we shame him?
What's it called?
A certain drive time, couple of drive time shows.
The drive time, Monday drive time.
Monday drive time. That's a bigger clue.
Yeah.
So apart from him, I'm sure the rest of us, you know, it's all right. People understand, and I'm sure we'll get some comments on Facebook Live as well by him as well, inshallah. So yes, certain individuals were good, but certain individuals were. You know, most of the individuals that came through this door were unbelievable. Were, you know, at a level where it was totally. And for me now, I cannot wait for the full time. That is what it's all about now. We've had this 30-day stuff, and then we had to wait a year for another 30-day slots of radios. Now we're going to have a full-time radio-ish. Talk to me, yeah? I cannot wait.
And you know, you mentioned about the quality of the shows. The thing is on community radio, you're allowed to make mistakes. So the individual you're referring to is not that he made mistakes.
He's trying to cover up now.
It's just like, what's it called?
Balance the equation.
He just, you know, just didn't show up, sort of thing. You know. But the point is that, you know what, on community radio, you know, you can't go on BBC and to present the news and, you know, sneeze on there, because can you imagine a BBC presenter, you know, you're what's it called, telling people about people are dying in Syria, and then you start sneezing or coughing or whatever. You can't do that on you know, on mainstream media, but community radio you can. And the thing is community radio, all of these big presenters, whether, no matter who they are, journalists, big presenters, on, you know, they all would have had come through the community radio system, you know, which is across UK. There are about 300 community radios across the UK catering for different communities. Obviously our focal community is Muslims, but then we do also have a broader community of Newham and its surroundings or whatever. So community radio is excellent for that. For it's a stepping stone to get onto mainstream media. That's where we want to go.
Yes.
So that's good. But again, I want to just mention this point about what was in the show, and I want you guys to go back, and anybody else that's listening to me right now, I want you to watch this show yesterday, my drive time show, the first half of it, because what we did was we highlighted the efforts of these elders and what they done. And I'm telling you now, I can remember walking in here as a 14-year-old, a 15-year-old, sitting in an executive meeting and being asked, so what's your opinion? And I was thinking, what do you mean, what's my opinion?
Am I even allowed to give an opinion?
Yeah, I didn't know, because I had been going to mosques before then.
Yes.
You know, my dad had been taking me to all the masajid, and you know, I was in that circle, you know, always going to different mosques, listening to different talks. But when I came here, it was like, no, we want you to be part of what we're doing, and that's what we want to do with you guys. We want to pass that legacy on. We want to say, no, we want you to guys be part. You know, Muzammil here is what, you're 33 years old?
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
33
33 bang on, yeah.
33 bang on. I know that because you mentioned.
I'm surprised how you remember that all of a sudden. Yeah.
But he's 33 and he's.
It would have been nice if you said 23 or 25, but yeah, fair enough.
Tiga, bruv, you look 25. That's fine, man.
Yeah.
And Khurram, you know, late 30s. Late 30s.
I don't want to name him, but yeah, he's older than that. He's older than that.
Okay, all right, whatever. But you know, early 40s, late 30s. He's the president of Minhaj al-Quran. Muzammil is the vice president of Minhaj al-Quran. Our general secretary is, you know, he's, you know, early 30s as well. The point is that we're a young team, and we have got that, and we want to pass this on. So you know what, you guys, the generation that's coming behind us, you guys are presidents, vice presidents, leaders. We want you. That's what we want to create. We need to create leaders. This ummah needs leaders, but it needs leaders that have had leaders. We don't want leaders that don't have leaders on top of them. We want leaders that have leaders. And alhamdulillah,
that's such a beautiful point.
As Minhaj al-Quran, we have a leader. We have Shaykh al-Islam, Dr. Muhammad Tahir al-Qadri. We have that ideology.
Yes.
We have someone that's showing us the way, and the way to work, and you know, the boundaries which we have to stay within. So you know what, I'm talking too much. Sister Anisa, how have you enjoyed the radio?
Well, I've been doing radio since last year as well, so this was.
That's what I was teasing. I was teasing Anisa before the show. I was like, last year she was the face. You know, you remember that advert, you know, when she came in and we thought, and I go to, where have you been? And she said that she's got exams
this
and
year,
stuff.
Exams have taken over my lives, to be honest. I'm going to get free next week, so that's why I couldn't do any shows this year. But the shows that I did definitely, you know, helped me with my time management, because I'm really bad with my time management stuff. And I was saying that in the last radio show as well. And I was...
Time management. I'll sort her out, don't worry.
Yeah, because I'm really bad with time managing, and especially now, this Ramadan, radio as well as exams, balancing both of them together was a really good opportunity for me, and this I can carry on in my next 11 months as well, inshallah.
Inshallah. And so what did you do? I know, I'm sure I saw you on a few shows, even though you did have exams.
Yeah, I did the Minhaj Institute one. I did that one. And I was part of the Bright Stars Not competition, so I was co-hosting with Sister Adila and Sister Zarwesha.
Okay.
Yeah, so I did come on the radio, but very less this time.
What was your best show? Was there any particular show?
I can't pick because all of them were my favorites, but the Minhaj Institute one was really heart-touching for me, because it was something that I never did before, because it was talking on a topic that we decided just a week before or something, and then, you know, just talking on it and, you know, having a discussion, and then Alama Sahab really helped us with it. So I think that was a good opportunity for all of us to actually be part of that program.
Brilliant.
Definitely. I think Minhaj Institute, the whole, you know, the team, all the students, and our brilliant teacher, Alama Zishan Sahab.
MashaAllah.
I think it went really well.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah.
Even if people didn't learn anything, just the fact that they watched and they, you know, thought about the topics that we were discussing, that's enough for us.
Because the topics that we discussed were the most hot topics right now, such as the education system and, you know, all others, you know, how to balance your deen and dunya. That was one of the main topics that we did as well. And I think
coming on these shows really helped us to gain that knowledge, because the callers that we got, they were talking and they were giving their opinions as well. So it was a really good interaction between everyone. So.
MashaAllah. And would you want to have your own show on the full-time radio if it was said to you, you know what, obviously now you're a team?
I don't think that shouldn't even be a question. This is an absolute must that they take on the show.
It is an absolute must. But would you be confident in saying, you know what, I'm confident, I would like to have my own show on the radio, so I've got a show on the radio?
Yeah, after these 2 years, definitely.
Wow,
inshallah,
MashaAllah.
yeah,
That's exactly what we wanted, isn't it?
Thank you.
Muz, before we go on our final break and let the final team back into the room, I know brother Zuhaib has joined us, the man behind all of these Sehri shows and these Iftari shows. I don't know if anybody knows. I know you know.
Yeah.
But what's it called? They were not live.
What?
They were all pre-recorded, bro.
No way.
Yeah, they were.
For one of the recordings, I was sitting here and Allow Myself was recording.
Okay, yeah. So look at that. That's that. So and the brother that basically arranged all of that and systematically
the rendering, the mirroring, all the editing and everything towards that. It was a nightmare.
It was a nightmare. Do you understand? Yeah. It was a nightmare because I'm going to let brother Zuhaib talk about that, explain it himself about what he went through and what he had to do, and just to basically give our listeners out there an idea of what goes on behind the scenes. You know, people just see the actual output, which is good, which is what we want them to see. We don't want them to see the chaos behind the scenes, but we want them to have a little touch of, what does go on behind the scenes. There's a lot that goes on. Of us,
wow. I mean, Was obviously being part of the self-made dream team. He gave his resources and power and strength there, but my word, this guy is a machine. For him to single-handedly, if I'm not mistaken, pull out those promos and get those, first of all, give ideas of how to do a promo, then go and edit those promos, record those promos, and then edit those promos, and then release those promos. Then also look at the social media. It's over 7,000 likes, I just saw today. So it's grown rapidly over the course of this month. So for him to get it out there, and the viewership, I mean, collectively, I'm sure, Ismail, you're going to get the data after Ramadan, but the collective viewership of all our promos, the shows, clips, whatever you name it, it's huge. And I put that all on the West. For him knowing how to do it, him knowing what kind of clips to make, truly a gem, true gem. And you know what? Just as we're wrapping up now, I want to add a further side note or footnote to that as well. That number one, Awas, is a great friend, but for him to pull off what he did, I said to him before Ramadan FM 2018 was launched that, bro, you're taking a lot on. This is going to be really, really tough. And he, what he says? It's all right. I'll do it. It's all right. He doesn't it when he shrugs his shoulders. It's all right. I'll do it. And you know what? I remember speaking to Ish as well a few times. And for him, I know Ish would never praise his younger brother as much as he should. But you know what? The guy delivered on an amazing level. And also, Ish, Yar, I know you don't like it as well, but how you've got everyone together. I haven't prepared a speech or anything, so I'm going to try to read free flow. But the reality, but to give Ish a appreciation as well, that he's got everyone together. He's kept everyone motivated. He's got all the teams together, the promos, the scripting of the promos, the scripting of the shows, pushing each presenter. This is what I liked about it this year. Absolutely pushing each presenter and saying, you know what, you need to prepare. You need to have your guests booked. You need to be, fully committed. You need to make sure you don't turn up. If you don't turn up, who's the replacement? Ish was doing this. You know what? Big praise to Ish, and very, very looking forward to you bringing that big radio, bro. That's what I'm looking forward to, inshallah.
You know what? I want to just basically say to that Tika, there was an element of me basically doing bits and bobs here and there, whatever. But you know what? The team's unbelievable. The team's unbelievable. Without the team, no matter how much of a you push or you try to coordinate or whatever, if you haven't got the team around you, your team's your eyes and ears. Those are the arms that you're going to operate with, and so the team is, you know, I hats off to the team. That's all I can say. The entire team, all of the presenters, you know, let's just go through quickly before we end this segment.
I've got to ask you, while you're thinking, what was your favorite show? I know what you're going to say, but after you say that, then apart from your shows, but yeah, obviously.
Apart from my shows,
George Foreman. That's what I'm testing him. Does he actually watch other people's shows?
I don't think he does. I don't think he does.
Does he just watch his own shows back again?
Watch my own shows again and again. Nah, for me personally, the highlight, undoubtedly, was that what's it called? Conversation that I had with George Foreman.
Amazing.
And that's because I've followed Muhammad Ali since I was a kid. Yeah. You know, there's probably not an interview out there that I haven't seen. There's probably not a fight out there that I haven't seen.
I don't think there's a night that goes by when we sit in your company that you don't mention Ali. It has to be a mention of Ali somewhere.
Exactly, Muhammad Ali. He's a real inspiration to me. You know, and the biggest. He's, like I said, that night, 1974 October. In Kinshasa, in Zaire, he fights George Foreman, where the whole world thinks, there's no chance. In fact, you know, people were putting bets on George Foreman that you're going to win. If you put £100 bet on George Foreman that you're going to win, you know how much you'd win back? £100. So it was like, you know,
the odds were so, wherever it was,
You know, there's no
it was a no-brainer that they had to complete written Ali off.
Exactly, written Ali off. And he comes back and he annihilates George Foreman. And I've watched that fight over 50 times.
And over.
Yeah.
And over.
Remember, I was born after that fight. Yes. That fight was 1974. I was born a good 25 years after that fight. I was born a good 25 years after that fight. Yeah. So
after you revealed everyone's age, now you're trying to hide yours.
You're trying to hide yours. You see that.
Yeah. So, but yeah, you know what? For me to interview that man that was in the ring with him and that got knocked out by him, and there was such a laugh that interview was, because the guy was so humble. Yes. He was so like, yes, Muhammad Ali knocked me out, and I was just a fool that night. And you know, the amount of respect he gave him, that for me was my best show. Yes. By far, it's going to be very, very difficult to top that show, probably ever, in terms of the sentimental value that it had for me. But you know, apart from that, a few other shout outs. Sister Sakina, you know, wow,
both the sisters, mashallah.
Both of the sisters, Sister Sakina, Sister Rabia, these guys came in, and Sister Rabia done her
herbal stuff,
her stuff on
the herbal clinic,
herbal vibes. That was brilliant, absolutely so educational. Big shout out to her. Big shout out to Sister Sakina, who done Black British and Muslim.
That's right.
She done a show on that. Her and her whole team.
Amazing.
You know what? Massive shout out to Sister Sakina. I wanted to get them on the line. They weren't actually available. Some of the youth that were involved behind the scenes, Brother Ozad. What a legend.
Silent soldier, man.
You know, he's always there.
Absolutely.
He's always you know, it's just whenever you need someone, you turn to your left and it's Ozad, you turn to your right and it's Ozad. That's what you need. You need someone that's there all the time, and he's always there doing the work, doing the posters, helping out with the promos. So massive shout out to Ozad.
Amazing passion.
The passion is amazing. Exactly. Any other shout outs?
We got to give one to you know, obviously one of my best shows was the challenge. You know, what we put Ismail and Usman Yassin through. That was, for me, one of the favorite shows. So we have to go and give Usman Yassin, our station manager, a little boost and a little mention as well for his efforts in the whole of Ramadan, being here from 11 a.m. until Iftari every day, you know, to make sure that all the presenters are comfortable.
Massive shout
they've had their training, make sure Facebook Live is on and so on. All his tasks that he managed to do, big up to Usman Yassin, without a doubt.
Big up to Usman Yassin. Big up to Arusa Ali. She done the Cafe Nisar show. Massive shout out to her. Again, a big shout out to Brother Rafiq. Yeah. You know what? This guy came in. He took on, anytime there was an empty slot, you'd phone him up and say, bro, there's an empty slot. We don't want any empty slots to be going out there. Brother Rafiq was there. And the thing is, Brother Rafiq comes with rich content. You know, he doesn't just come with talking nonsense. Massive shout out to Brother Rafiq. Brother Dawood yesterday done a really good show with Baroness Varsi. Massive shout out to Dave. Well done, Dave, out there. H. Our technician, bro.
Tech man.
The tech man.
I mean, we don't have a clue about tech. I mean, even now I was sitting on that side and trying to work out the controls. I couldn't do it, but for Humayun,
flashing lights to us,
flashing lights, and that's it. Yeah. But for Humayun to put this together in terms of the IT tech side, and I've seen the messages that they've sent, and literally, guys, I do not understand what they're saying to each other. You know, it's this code and that code, and lift this mirror up and that mirror up, and I'm thinking, wait, what are these guys doing? You know, but yeah, he is truly some genius behind the tech stuff. I mean, whenever internet would go down or something would go down, he would always have a solution to get it resolved. So yeah, big up to him.
Big up to him. Shoaib. Dindal Shoaib.
Legend again, man. Legend again. I mean,
look at him. He was doing the sports show.
Yes. Just for an hour on a Sunday. Yeah. And he took on a challenge this year where he took on a 2-hour drive time. And you know what? I love his professionalism. The way he took it on and said, you know what? I'm going to prepare for this. I'm going to take this as an honor, and I'm going to get the guests booked up. For him to deliver those shows that he did a great job. Great job to be put in the, into the hot seat, and he delivered.
Sister Tanzila and her hubby, Umar
Bakar. Yeah, what did hubby do? He didn't do anything.
Hubby's always. Hubby helped her, innit? He helped her, mate.
Helped her what? Take the phone calls. Every time I was ringing, and he was always in picking up.
You know what, Umar's, he's been. He's been an absolute legend in the background.
He knows I'm missing.
What's it called? Umar knows. But you know that show, the actual show that they done.
You would say it was probably one of the best shows.
It was because you know what, I can talk about that personally. My daughter got to the final.
There's a bit of Dandeli there.
Dandeli,
yeah. No wonder you're picking up.
She said to me, you know what, Ish, I need £50 to basically present to the winner of the show out of the budget. And I said to her, you know what? Make Amina the winner, and you don't need the £50. But yeah, so you know what? Big shout out to her. And then let's just give these final few shout. I know Sadaf's behind you, Muz. I know the feeling, bro.
I've got to take a miftari, bro.
Don't look back.
They're screwing, bro.
Just don't look back. You know what? I know my wife's
She can smell those burgers.
And my wife's there counting those minutes. All three of my daughters, 6, 8 and 9, all three of them are fasting today. And
what we do? Is it? Mashallah, that's brilliant. But I just totally that was really bad. Sorry, Ish. But yeah, the shout outs, I think you should leave to the crew. Let them give the bigger shout outs. Any specific shout outs that you've got. But Ish, we want to hear your Eid message. Get the sisters' Eid message. And then let's wrap up our segment, bro.
Let's wrap up our segment. Guys, your Eid messages and your final comments off this radio.
We need to also give a big shout out to both of the Alama Sahibs for doing the Iftari and the Sahur shows.
Yes.
Even though they were recorded, but it required a lot of time for them to, come here and then retakes and then, record the whole Iftari show and the Sahur show. So it takes a lot of preparation and, effort and time. So mashallah, big shout out to them and a well done to them as well, because of them we are here, and because of them we can do the shows.
Of course, definitely. So, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. I think, Alama Zishan Sahib, the way he trains us, without his du'as, I've said this in nearly every show, without his du'as and encouragement,
we are nothing.
Any of us would have done any of the shows. So yeah, special shout out to him. And in terms of Eid Mubarak everyone.
Eid Mubarak.
And eat lots of food.
Inshallah.
I was waiting for that. And yeah, remember us in your du'as.
Inshallah. Thank you very much, guys. Final segment, we're going to have Halim, Usman, Zuhaib, I think they've got a few other guys on the show. Stay tuned, and until next time, Muz, I'm about to cry, bro. Until next time, inshallah.
Which won't be that long. Which won't be that long, guys. Get on our Facebook page, get on the website, keep up to date. Inshallah. It will not be long before you will see Ish's face back on the channel.
Inshallah. So until next time, we pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blesses these final few moments of Ramadan. And when Shaitan is released, which is very shortly, we hope that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enables you to has enabled us to build ourselves up spiritually, that we can stay steadfast on the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, upon the commands of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And to everybody out there, Eid Mubarak. And again, I want to just say to everyone, eat as much as you want, bro. It's going to happen.
You only live once.
You only live once. Eid Mubarak. Okay.
Wow, look at the tips.
But you always hear my prayer. Sach ki raah pe chala karo, dukh na kisi ko diya.
Dress nice, get a brand new suit, wear your favorite scarf, and tell your work I'm taking home. 8:14 charge, jump in the car. Better get to step because the prayer's gonna start, and I gauge my charity. Generous gotta be, I'm rolling up the prayers with the happiness inside of me. Hugs to the ikhwa, after the khutbahs. Time for some real good food at the in-laws. Now for the gifts, you gon' be surprised, cause yo, I got you something nice. Eid Mubarak, Eid Mubarak, Eid Mubarak, Eid Mubarak, everybody. Now mi casa is su casa. I booked my buwasa. Gonna celebrate now with the whole wide world from Cuba to Sumatra. I used to have a whole lot of beef with my brother, but now it's Eid, we're forgiving each other. I'm gonna try to be the better person this time, and I pray everything's gonna work just fine. That's sweet like kunafa and jalebi. We could have jammed with some Ali. Gotta share with everybody all the joy of Eid, so everybody sing with me. Eid Mubarak, Eid Mubarak, Eid Mubarak, Eid Mubarak, everybody, everybody, Eid Mubarak, Eid Mubarak, Eid Mubarak, Eid Mubarak, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Now mi casa is su casa. I booked my buwasa. Gonna celebrate now with the whole wide world from Cuba to Sumatra. I used to have a whole lot of beef with my brother, but now it's Eid.
Such a great day for everybody around the world. Ooh, it's time to celebrate. Oh, yeah. Chalo, chalo, sab Eid manaye, jashan manaye, khushiyon se ek dooje ko gale lagaye, har ek ka dil jeet le. Eid Mubarak bole sabko khushiyan milkar baant le. Eid Mubarak bole sabko khushiyan milkar baant le. Feeling joy on this wonderful occasion, sending peace out, salutation. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. Such a great day for everybody around the world. Ooh, it's time to celebrate. Oh, yeah. Chalo, chalo, sab Eid manaye, jashan manaye, khushiyon se ek dooje ko gale lagaye, har ek ka dil jeet le. Eid Mubarak bole sabko khushiyan milkar baant le. Eid Mubarak bole sabko khushiyan milkar baant le. Friends and families all joined together. Smiles are left all around to shine it through. Let's make this day a day to remember. Let the peace of Allah shower you. Assalamu alaikum bulawe जिसनी कम्मा तेरी आलदा सग तेरी आलदा सग जिसनी कम्मा तेरी आलदा सग तेरी आलदा सग एथे सोने तरसदा मरना जावे एथे सोने तरसदा मरना जावे कदी मेरा आका मदीने.
Assalamu alaikum, dear viewers, dear listeners on Ramadan FM 2018. This is our final show because alhamdulillah it has been announced and we will be celebrating Eid, and I think it's quite comprehensive was the word. I think everyone's doing it on the same day, so it's quite good. Zohaib, obviously Eid Mubarak to you as well in advance, and Brother Abdul Halim, Eid Mubarak to you as well. And we just wanted to really the last 15-20 minutes just reflect on how the radio went. So we'd like obviously the viewers and people that are listening live to give their comments, what they thought, what were the good aspects, what were the bad aspects, what were the negatives, what were the positives. But alhamdulillah, just talking about it generally within my own social circle and other people, the variety of shows that we had, it was amazing, alhamdulillah. There was so much depth, whether it was from the religious aspect, whether it was from a sporting angle, whether it was getting the local community involved, the councillors involved, etc. So it was really good.
Yeah.
What did you think, Halim, anyway?
I think the same thing, yeah. There was a variety of shows, there was a range of shows. Some of the shows I'm just going to mention. So we had the epic drive time show. Okay, sorry. Looks like Omar didn't put my mic up, so I have to start again. All right. So anyway, I can't remember what I said there now.
Day. It's really sad. Go on. As you were saying, Halim.
As I was saying, so I'm just gonna recap on some of the shows that actually really stuck out to me this time. Obviously, you had the Friday drive times with the Dream Team, with myself, Abbas and Moz.
Let's not just start praising ourselves. Let's talk about the general shows.
I have to for the Dream Team.
It was fantastic, mashallah.
Right, yeah. Really so those shows were epic, and then of course you had the biggest show of all, I think, was with Brother Ish Seti, and that was the interview with George Foreman, the Ali tribute, and that, you know what, that just blew me away.
That's absolutely fantastic. It wasn't just obviously getting someone as big as George Foreman on, but obviously getting the opportunity to interview him. But we also had Amir Khan on.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
And we had Imam Zad Shakir on as well. So there's different perspectives and different angles that we could discuss regarding Ali. But yeah, it was.
And it was really hot. You know what? It was, for me, I thought, you know, George Foreman got quite emotional there. He called out to Muhammad Ali as his best friend, and for me, for someone that wasn't, you know, who wasn't really was born but didn't really grow up watching George Foreman, and later on watched George Foreman, and to have that to know that he had that connection with Muhammad Ali, you know, that was something really big for myself. And another one of the shows, let's not forget the great appeal that we had, the challenge for Brother Ismail and Usman Yasin. Usman Yasin, that was quite unforgettable. The unforgettable appeal.
Right now.
You know,
he's still recovering from that little run.
I can remember that day Usman Yasin's shirt was filled with sweat, but the Ismail who had his pink headband on.
It all went to a good cause at the end, mashallah. And you know, our viewers have played a fantastic and a very important role in this, viewing in, listening in, raising the required funds that we need to make this full time. And ultimately, like, I think it's important to leave the message with our viewers and listeners as well, that we've piloted this and done this over a period of 3-4 years, just over Ramadan, just to give everybody a flavour of the diversity that we can provide. and now it's time to, inshallah, take it full time, and that's why obviously we've been requesting people to donate and get involved, and still our Facebook page, and do get involved even after Ramadan. We're not obviously going to just go offline. We'll be available. We'll be doing
Absolutely,
we'll be keeping all our fans and all the people that have subscribed in the loop. But we've done this now, and alhamdulillah, now we're going towards the next step or the next phase, which is doing it full time. To say that we're really confident, and we are, but we're very apprehensive at the same time as well, that it's a big task.
Absolutely, yeah.
But alhamdulillah, we've got a really good team, so I'm
fantastic
confident
support,
that
fantastic
support network. And I think it would be very unfair to close the show and close Ramadan FM 2018 version anyway without giving the credit to the support staff that you don't see on a day-to-day basis, but be doing a lot of work in the background. The likes of Brother Abbas, okay, he's been on the radio with the drive time, but there's a lot of work and homework and feedback, etc., that goes on in the background. Brother Usman Yassin, who's been our station manager, Brother Isset, he's played a big role, and
don't forget Zohair, bro.
Brother Zohair's played a massive
Iftari shows, they were all
Iftari
by
reminders, you know that, definitely check on your phone. Who's
I don't know if you heard earlier on, but Brother Ish gave out a little secret. I don't think you even know.
No, I don't know.
Did you know? What do you think of the live Iftari and Seri shows?
Oh no, I did know. Yeah, but they were brilliant, weren't they? They were they actually but
they weren't actually live.
Actually, it's funny, but can you see how much homework there's been done in the background to make sure that this was a success? And we've taken feedback and issues that we had in the past on board and tried to rectify that.
Definitely.
If you guys remember, Ish and the core team are pulling their hair out every Saturday and Iftari. Oh, the person hasn't turned up, or he's done a sickie, or they're late, why haven't we started? But mashallah, to get everything pre-recorded, 30 sessions of Iftaris, 30 sessions of, or 29 sessions of Sehri,
and then getting the timing spot on, and and there's a lot of logistical thinking that goes into that as well, and that's what the team has. That just shows how we prepared ourselves. Now we're ready to go full time.
And the diversity and variety of shows that we've got, the team that we've got, the support staff that we've got that is going to be working in the background, we are very, very confident of taking this further down. Other than that, Halim, you've obviously done the drive time shows. What show did you personally enjoy the most out of the 4 that you guys did, and maybe which segment did you
I don't know. You know what? To be honest, the Dream Team really up the ante this time. I've got to say, you know what? We got a lot of positive feedback this time from our drive time shows. In previous years, our shows were more, humorous. Although the humor didn't die out, but they were more. They had a lot more banter in it than compared to this time. This time we discussed some serious issues, and you know what? I really enjoy doing that. Getting a bit more serious on the shows and but one of the ones that really stuck out to me was the knife crime show. How we could tackle knife crime and what parents could do to ensure that their children are on the right path, what mosques could do, and what community centers could do. So that show really stuck out to me. What about yourself, Brother Umar? Tell me about your favorite drive time show.
The first one, alhamdulillah, I'll declare, and I'll have to declare everything now. I pulled a sickie. I was ill prepared, one may say, and I pulled a sickie. The second one, it was actually a good show. I don't know why I get hated so much. It was actually a good show. The issue happened that I said that I'm going on a break, and then I didn't come back.
That's it. Where did you end up going?
Where did you go?
The hilarious thing was me and Usman started having a conversation there, and the time just flew by. But Mubin was still on the phone waiting the whole time, and then he hung up the phone, and we realised. But it was a bit of a shambles. The third one, then I just got booted out, and
because actually, by that time you didn't deserve to come back on.
So next year, I'm just saving myself, isn't it? I'm just going to be creeping up on the background when the main one starts. Inshallah, I'll take my slot then. No, I'm really, really looking forward to it. Okay, another thing that I wanted to discuss. Okay, Zohaib has hardly been the face of the radio. He's not really been at the forefront. Zohaib, do you want to let the viewers know what role do you and your team play in the background? Because I don't want this to be underappreciated. There's a lot of background work that takes place, and I think you deserve a couple of minutes, only a couple of minutes. That's what you deserve. But just to let us know, because Zohaib himself was away for a while, and then he's come back into the deep end. So what have you guys been doing over the last month or 40 days, Zohaib, and your team? And give a shout out to your boys and your team as well, alhamdulillah.
All right, so our team, it's not a big team, but it's a very committed team.
MashaAllah.
So there's two aspects to it. Number one, we've got a lot of video editing because, last couple of years we were mainly just audio, just the radio. So it wasn't really Facebook Live or YouTube. This time we've hit hard on Facebook Live and YouTube. So we've got the video aspects of it as well. So it's not only audio going out. And as always, we have video promos going on, which is a key element as well. So
and the meticulous nature of these guys, that it has to be HD. You got to make sure that the
it has
donate
to be
now is there. And for someone that's on the outside like me, I'm just like, you know what, just get on with it, yeah. Just go live. But they're so meticulous, and you can see from these guys are all volunteers, and the layout or the visual impact that you have of the page is as professional as any of these organizations that have paid staff doing all this. So well done. So who else is in your team, and what else do you guys do?
So we've got brother Avas, who's been doing a lot of work on the video editing.
Co-host of obviously Halim on the Drive Time Fridays.
Dream Team, then we've got brother Humayun. He mainly deals with the technical aspects of it, because there's a lot of technical stuff that goes on in the background.
So he's your IT whiz, basically.
Yeah, he's that.
Okay, fantastic.
We've got Umar Bakar as well. He's a bit with the tech as well,
and he's
video.
He's the solid genius. Yeah,
he's
a man mountain in the background, mashallah. So well done to him. Allah Ta'ala give him his ajr as well.
And you've also got brother Ismail. He's played a big role as well. He's played more for a director type of role in the promos and that sort of stuff.
No, brother Ismail, I think hands down, he's put a lot of effort in. Again,
getting
brother
the content
Usman,
together, it was him. Yeah,
brother Usman.
And then
So what do you guys? What's been that was your obviously what you needed to do. What's been your day-to-day role in the editing and getting all that sorted? So that has to be done.
There was also a lot of prep work before we even actually had the equipment come into the studio. So for example, we had to ensure that the promos, the scheduling was in place, and also to ensure that the promos will be released on time. And for the promos to be released on time, they obviously have to be filmed on time.
Exactly. So there's a lot of background work.
The prep work started
a lot of thanks
before,
to the volunteers.
Months
the
before
volunteers and
actually,
that core team.
Yeah.
And this is basically your core team that did all these promos that went out, all these adverts that went out, all the dubbing and everything behind it was all this team with a select few others.
Yeah, I mean, you look at a promo, it's probably 20-30 seconds, or maybe even a minute, but a lot of work goes on in the background. Hours of
work, mashallah. And the content itself is unbelievable.
There's in fact a lot of content that hasn't even been aired. So we thought.
So we'll be getting the bloopers this year, because that's probably my favorite video.
Last year we did have.
A bloopers one. So I think you guys should definitely pull out. They should make a commitment before we go off air that you will do the bloopers, because I think that's got over 10,000 views, and it's
that was a really good one.
I think all of us were in it, so it's pretty hilarious as well, mashallah.
Absolutely.
Go on, Halim.
So Zohaib, talk to me a bit about the history, because you've been here since the beginning. Talk to me a bit about the history of Ramadan FM. Obviously, it started off at 2014.
Yeah.
You were there from the beginning, and now we're here in 2018. So talk to me about the journey from 2014 to 2018.
2014, we started off. We were actually on FM at that time. 87 point something FM it was. I remember
87.3.
87.3. Yeah. But that was obviously for 1 month only, so it was just a radio Ramadan on FM. But as well as being on FM, we were online as well. So we were going out through Mixlr and TuneIn. Then that was 2014. I wasn't as much involved in that one. I did used to come regularly and help out wherever I can. But where I took on most of the role was in 2016, because we didn't have anything in 2015.
Absolutely right.
2016, I remember we decided,
And this was literally 3 weeks before Ramadan.
3
I can
weeks
actually
before.
remember. We were
I
just
remember,
sitting
yeah.
around, just sitting down, chilling.
Yeah.
I think we were in the other room. We were in that room.
Yeah,
that year,
and
isn't
it was
Yeah,
brother,
absolutely.
and it was Ish that just come out with, how about we just do a radio this year? And we were like, we've got 3 weeks, bro. You're out of your
Crazy,
mind.
crazy.
And then you know what? We all came on board. And we pulled it off.
We did, mashallah. Again, it's because of the team. You know, if it wasn't for the team, each and every member of the team has a role to
Just
play.
one thing, we've obviously been mentioning the team and saying well done to everyone, and pretty much whoever we've listed so far has been male. There's been a lot of sisters, mashallah. A lot of sisters, especially the presenting. I've been very impressed myself as well. Very committed. Even I think literally when I was coming up the stairs right now, there's a whole host of sisters just leaving, so they've been heavily involved. So a big shout out to the sisters. We've literally got last 60 to 70, 80 seconds left. So first and foremost, to everybody that's listening, that's listened over the last 30 days, thank you for your support, listening in, your comments, your feedback. We all take it on board. We're very appreciative. And to you and your families, Ramadan Kareem and Eid Mubarak as well. Now, I hope your Ramadan went well. I hope the goals that you set out to attain, you achieved them or you are close to achieving them. And may Allah Ta'ala accept all your du'as. Finishing off, the last thing. Again, this has been a community initiative backed by volunteers, alhamdulillah, and we at a period of 3 years we have shown how we have developed, how we have evolved. We are now finally ready to go live in the next 6 months or so, inshallah. Inshallah. Zuhaib's obviously the techie guy who knows all the information inside out, but within 6 months we hope to go live with Ofcom, live streaming through your radio, car radio, rather than needing to log on. But maybe we'll continue this as well, inshallah.
We will still
still do this as well, inshallah.
Facebook Live will
so
continue.
Definitely support this, guys. Financially support it, but not just financially support it by logging in, sharing it. This will be a community radio for the local community, British, not just Muslims, but non-Muslims and other people living in the community of Newham. It will be a community radio with all aspects, all different backgrounds, creed, colours, discussed and analysed on our radio. We hope you've had fun with us this year. I will leave it to you guys to end the show. We've got our last 30 seconds. Over to you, Zahir.
All I'm going to say is to the listeners that please just follow the Facebook page and Twitter. Keep an eye out. So we will be announcing when we're actually going live. So just keep an eye out. I hope everyone has a great Eid, inshallah. Eid Mubarak.
And lastly, over to Brother Halim, who still isn't, mashallah, married. He's still single. I thought I'd drop that in as well. Eid Mubarak to you, bro. And last message before we close off.
You had to drop that in, didn't you?
I had to drop that in.
Anyway, guys, support the cause. Ramadan FM is not Ramadan. It's gonna be a full-time radio soon. Guys, support the cause, spread the message, and you're gonna be seeing the drive time going full-time soon, inshallah. Eid Mubarak to everyone.
Eid Mubarak, everybody. Eid Mubarak.
Ramadan FM 2018.
The voice of British Muslims.
محمد النبي الأمي اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا ومولانا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين اللهم إني لك صمت وبك آمنت وعليك توكلت وعلى رزقك أفطرت وصلى الله تعالى على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
اللهم صل على سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله في الأولين اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه في الآخرين اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه في الملأ الأعلى إلى يوم الدين اللهم رب هذه الدعوة التامة والصلاة القائمة آت سيدنا ومولانا محمد الوسيلة والفضيلة والدرجة الرفيعة وابعثه مقاما محمودا الذي وعدته وارزقنا شفاعته يوم القيامة إنك لا تخلف الميعاد